Hi, this is Ushio, and welcome back to the Pirate's Fate. In the last episode, we had 2 transformations and 2 love sequences, and so that's a pretty high level of turnover. Let's see what happens in this episode. So we're just hanging out with Liko on the deck. So let's give her some help with that anchor. Oh, I'm perfectly capable of putting a rope, Mila. But I can do it one-handed, you see. Very impressive, as always. You don't sound very impressed. I already told you, I don't want help. Then what do you want? I want you to stop rubbing it in my face. I know you're strong enough to move mountains, but do you have to be such a show-off? Why would me being a show-off bother you? It sounds like you're the one with the problem, not me. I guess I don't exactly need a reminder that I'm, the weakest member of the crew. So you want us to trade places? Is that it? I never said that. I just want to feel important, Mila. You're able to conquer ghosts and scale walls of a castle all on your own. Tam Tam managed to get the coin from the merchants. The captain can certainly talk fancier than I can. It doesn't matter what you accomplished or who recognises your skills. It only matters that you trust your gut. Usually the only thing my gut tells me is to worry. That's good. Embrace that. Wait, what now? You knew something was wrong with Darius, and Tam Tam didn't believe you. I wasn't sure either at first. Your nervous little worries saved us all. Maybe, but all anyone will remember is you saving the captain's life. Just because you didn't get the glory, it doesn't mean it didn't matter. I hadn't looked at it like that. I never thought my worries might actually matter to someone. But one thing you shouldn't have to worry about is lifting an anchor, not when I'm on board anyway. But I don't want to give up on that. I don't want to be seen as weak and helpless. You do want to trade places, I knew it. Just admit it, there's no shame.
Of course not. Just look at me. But having you around helps a lot. You've helped me find my courage. You know, throughout my life, I wasn't ever really sure I'd feel comfortable with myself. But you never treated me like I didn't belong. You never ignored me or passed over me. I turned into a girl. I thought that was it for me on the ship. I was just going to be a joke. Liko, the poor sucker, couldn't even keep his gender. But I wasn't a joke. Not in your eyes. And when I see myself in your gaze, I feel like I'm exactly who I want to be.
Okay, so there's only like 4 members of this crew, and we've already had an interest scene with 2 of them, so we might as well complete the set. Let's have a look. You're cute when you're nervous. You know, Mila, I'm flattered, but I know you've already got something going on with Darius. I wouldn't want to come in between you and the captain. Good night, Mila. Oh, we got turned down. Shame. So what's next? You're all going to want to see this. See there's an X on the map here? Yeah, I see. Why did you draw it there? That's just it. I didn't draw it. It must be a sign. The coins are instructing us where to go. Our journey must be nearing its end. So where are we going to go? Captain, off the port bow. What have you got? It's Rocky. Pull back. Don't let us slip over the horizon. With any luck, he won't know we're right behind him. But he's going to get there first. Exactly. What? He won't be expecting us, but we can prepare for him. At long last, revenge is in our grasp. Getting closer now. I can see them getting off the ship. Let's follow them inside. So, where are we off to? That's a library. Hello, and welcome to... Where are they? Where's Rorke's crew? Oh, you mean the others who just came in? The Infinite Cafe, I believe. Take me there, now. Your wish is my command. Okay, that was easy. So, okay, is this the Infinite Cafe? Rorke is very different. Remember me, Rorke? The little girl who punched you a year ago? Well, I'm back, and I'm here to finish what I started. That's it, fuck 'em up. Smash, that's it. Beat them. It's done. I slaughtered everyone. I can't believe it's really over. And it's weird Rorke looked like that, isn't it? Become what you seek. Why didn't he turn into some kind of terrible demon? Rorke wasn't the end-all be-all of evil. He was just a bad man that needed to die. I take no satisfaction from bloodlust. Oh, come on, Captain. You're as happy about this as anyone. I'm happy that now Morgana can rest in peace. You don't really think she was, looking down at us, waiting for us to kill him? I'm not sure what I believe, Liko, but I know I fulfilled my duty to her. If you two are fortunate enough to meet in the next life, I'm sure she'll find some way to express her appreciation for what you just did. I don't mean to be a dark cloud, but where exactly are we, and how did we get here? I'm not sure how we got here, we just sort of did. I think the librarian called this place the Infinite Cafe. The librarian must specialise in magic. Perhaps the books themselves were the key. Are we inside a book itself, like a living fiction? Or was the book a portal to another realm of some kind? There's a corridor that way. Maybe once we're outside, we can try to find out more about where we are. Let's have a look. Were you the ones making that infernal racket a few moments ago? This is Marco, alright? We're just taking out the trash, don't worry about it. There sure are a lot of you here, it's too bad. Why is that a bad thing exactly? Because, as far as I'm concerned, the fewer people trapped down here the better. Did I just hear you say trapped? There's nothing wrong with your hearing. You mean, do you really need me to spell things out further than that? Surely you've started to put the pieces together. I do have to admit that a troubling possibility crossed my mind, but I'm sure we could benefit from your experience. Can you tell us more about this place? What's there to tell? If you've seen one room, you've seen all of them, no matter how far you go, no matter which way you go. There's no way out. They never end. Never? What? I don't see why you need to keep asking me to repeat myself. It seems like you understand me perfectly well, young lady. If you have any real questions, I'm all ears. Okay. How did you get here then? My crew and I were on a journey, hunting for the wizard's treasures. One day we simply woke up. I don't know how or why. Now we're all lost souls. And none of you have managed to learn anything in this time. Only that the rooms go on forever. Wait, how can you be so sure that they go on forever? You'd need an infinite amount of time to test it, wouldn't you? True enough, I haven't been here for quite that long, only about 800 years, give or take. 800? I know I'm repeating you, I'm sorry. I suppose I ought to spend the next 900 years walking in a single direction just to make absolutely sure the rooms go on forever. Is that what you think? Or will you lot still be around then, telling me I need to make it an even 1,000 before I can issue such a bold pronouncement? Okay, I'll buy it. Where's the crew you speak of? Who knows? After we went our separate ways, we never found each other again. Speaking of, I'll be moving right along now. Okay, bye. That's gonna be our fate, wandering around aimlessly for hundreds of years. Of course not. This place was supposed to be dangerous, not impossible. Just because he hasn't found a way out doesn't mean I won't. You plan on doing this on your own again, don't you? Nothing's stopping you from finding out a way of here before I do, so let's check out the next room. Wait, I just realised something. There shouldn't be a next room. Okay, how's that? Well, the corridor out of this room curves to the left. Just like the last few rooms, you can only make so many left-hand turns without finding your way back to where you started. An interesting theory. Let's test it out. How curious. If we split up, we could cover more ground and try both directions. Agreed, it's a sound strategy. Or we might never find each other again. We'll stay in groups, each travelling different directions, then we'll retrace our steps and meet in the middle. Assuming there even is a middle to a place like this. We have to make some assumptions, take some risks, if we want to escape. I'm sure that's just what Mako's crew said to themselves, right before they all walked their separate ways. What are you going on about? I'm just talking about assumptions here. And I've got an assumption for you. This really is an infinite cafe. What? Be rational. Is there any rational reason why we can't stick together? I refuse to live my life out of fear like that. I refuse to be so timid that I can't take a risk because I might fail. We're splitting up, Tam Tam. You stay with Mila. Okay, we're gonna split up. So it's us and Tam Tam. Where are we going? Oh, who's this? Hey. It's Shentian. Yo. You been here long? I don't have to ask you the same question. Anyone still trying to cover despair with humour obviously hasn't been here for long at all. Hey, I'm still looking for a way out. Denial. Well, as I said, to each their own. I've noticed these rooms seem to go in a circle, but that's impossible, isn't it? You got that right. There's no way to navigate it. This place just goes on forever. I was the commander of 50 sailors when I arrived, but one by one, we all went our separate ways. We can wander and wander, but we can't seem to find each other again. I don't even know how many of them are still alive. You were better off splitting up. There's a greater chance that at least one of you would find a way out. Haven't you been listening? There is no way out. None. Nobody ever came out of here, and nobody ever will. I didn't realise you were omniscient. Because there's no other possibility. Every room's the same. Every day's the same. Every person, ultimately, becomes the same. Forever. People do change, you know. Not here, they don't. Unfortunately, people don't even age in this place. Unfortunately, I wouldn't mind eternal youth. You'll change your mind, but sooner than you think. If we could all be permitted to grow old and die here, like we would in any other prison, then at least I'd be able to look forward to rejoining my comrades, in the great beyond that is. Before we were lost here, I commanded my men to all kinds of terrible tasks. Wow, really? Charging through beaches filled with enemy soldiers, sieging castles, battling pirates on the high seas. But throughout it all, I at least had the comfort of knowing that when one of my crew died, he or she would be in a better place. Half the time I was practically jealous. How pathetic's that, to envy the dead. Talking to you is pointless. If you're so defeated by this place that you long for death, we have nothing more to say. How could someone like you help us? Well, your attitude doesn't matter to me. The great beyond, that's all I want to trouble myself with. I hope you too have the comfort for a belief in paradise. I believe in reincarnation, a new life, not a static, pointless paradise. Reincarnation? Hogwash. Where do new souls come from? As for static and pointless, well, look around ya. That's your existence from now on. If you're so hungry for death, why don't you take matters into your own hands? That door's closed. It would deny me the ticket to the great beyond. Reading some scripture would do you some good, child. Also, yes, we don't do suicide. That's not cool. As I keep saying, I've got my own scriptures. What an unpleasant fellow. What did he have to gain from questioning my beliefs? What did you have to gain from questioning his? Religion is supposed to be about hope, isn't it? He clearly wasn't doing it right. I mean, so what if he was wrong? Why should he care? If there's a way out of here, static and pointless, he said, it's already starting to feel that way. Tam, as long as we've known each other, the fire and passion in our hearts will never die. You say that with such confidence, the same confidence that also says we'll find our way out of here. Neither is particularly convincing. Okay, it's Darius again. Our journey was fruitless. Any luck? Nope, just an old man rambling about the afterlife. Said he was the captain of a big ship. The captain? Where was the crew? He lost them. Then, we're going to continue to explore. I'll join you this time if you don't mind. Of course. Mila, Liko's waiting for you in the next room. We'll meet each other again during the next interval. Okay, we're going to have a quick switch around. And now we're going to hang out with Liko. But this place isn't coming up with any answers right now. Oh, who's this? It's Eth. Hello? Have you seen anyone around here lately? I'll try to avoid them. Why would you do that? I don't really like talking to other lost souls. You're the second person we've talked to who used that phrase. It's my little nickname for everybody else trapped in here. I had a crew, but we got separated. Sometimes you have to go in your own way. Other people can just hold you back. If only that was the reason. I wasn't much use on my ship. I couldn't rig a sail. I couldn't aim a cannon. I couldn't even haggle with shopkeepers for suppliers. You're not the only one in that boat. I wasn't really cut out to be a sailor either. Then you know what it's like. The worst part was the crew. They didn't even have the decency to mock me. Instead they humoured me, gave me fancy titles, their pity making it all the worse. They called me the cartographer. How quaint. Maybe if they had someone competent on deck instead of me, we wouldn't have all become trapped. Why does everyone describe it that way? Trapped? If you haven't explored the whole thing, how can you be so sure? At first I wanted to think that, but now... Oh, I shouldn't really say. Why the hell not? Speak up, man. Of course, I'd want everybody else to be home free, but not me. If I were to get out, I'd be a sailor again. Weak, pathetic, useless. Nothing but a burden for everybody else. They're better off without me. Just do something else. Cheer up. So what if they thought that? You wouldn't have to be a sailor forever, right? You could be anything you wanted. Maybe. I wasn't good at much before I became a sailor. And I missed that line. Oh man. But basically this guy's on a proper downer. Can you promise me something? I don't do promises, but I'll take it under consideration. I guess that'll have to do. If you do find a way out, don't let anyone know you spoke to me. With any luck, they'll just forget about me and leave me behind. I'll think about it. You think about it? What's that supposed to mean? I meant exactly what I said. What's so difficult to understand? That man was clearly suffering, and you won't grant him his one request. Don't you have any empathy? I mean, well, no. I say yes. Sure, I know what it's like to feel weak. I mean, that's how I was when I came onto the ship, right? But I didn't just try to hide away and hope everyone forgot me. I did something. Mila, how could you be so insensitive? When did I ever give you the impression that I was anything but? You didn't, it's just... Mila, don't you get it? That could have been me he was talking to. So? I felt like he felt more often than I can remember. I was just hoping we could help him feel a little bit better. You heard him. He thinks he's trapped here forever, right? Even if I do find a way out, he wants to be left behind. How could I possibly make someone like that feel better? I mean, well... There you go. Nothing changed about the situation, I take it. Not really. Let's keep going. You know, I like how we've been switching things up. It helps break the monotony of the rooms. I wouldn't mind walking with you, Mila. Okay, we're going to go with Darius now. This is our third switch around. Where is this? I'll be honest, Mila. Tam Tam sounded a little uncharacteristically dreary. Nico wasn't exactly optimistic either. But for him, that's not so out of character. I'm just hoping that the crew doesn't become too upset. Hearing what you said about that captain who'd lost his crew, it got to me a little bit. Got to you? I don't want to lose all of you too. Maybe splitting up's a risk, I mean... Never mind. Let's just keep walking. So Darius is having doubts. Everybody's slowly starting to lose a little bit of their faith. Oh, who's this? Is it Riker? Oh, two more miserable fools here to... Oh, look at you. Aren't you adorable? I really hope you're not talking to me. I've just got to pet your ears. No, don't touch. Oh my god. I'll have you know I'm a captain. The captain of what? Of cuteness? Of Bunnyland? Nobody talks to the captain like that. And nobody touches her ears but me. I'll smash your head in. No, we're too scared to take a swing at me. You're a bunch of cowards. Is that it? Coward? I don't know the meaning of the word. I don't doubt that, you thick-headed idiot. That's it. I'm gonna fuck you up now. Mila, wait a sec. She's obviously trying to provoke you. Don't let yourself be weak enough to give in to it. No, don't calm her down. Why would you want to help me anyway? We're the Dread Pirates. Our mission's to help people. Or at least, it was our mission. Pirates? Sounds like fun. I wish I could join. First you insult me, and then you expect to be invited on board. Hey, I said I wished I could join. I didn't ask for an invitation. There's a big difference. Why don't you enlighten us? I can't ask to join you because there's no way out of here, is there? There it is again. Why is everyone so defeatist? It's not so much that this place is my end. It's that it's such a miserable one. Miserable? Oh, you wouldn't understand. You there, you look like a warrior. That I am. I'm not a thickhead. Didn't you ever dream of dying in battle? I dream of my enemies dying in battle. No, I meant, you want your death to mean something? You right? Something like that? Of course, don't we all? I would have been overjoyed to be run through by a blade. I would have accepted a drowning or falling onto a pit of spikes. But this? Wandering around in this hall of mirrors, try not to lose my mind forever. No hell ever dreamed up by any clergyman could ever be worse than this. This place must have a secret, not gonna give in. We may not understand why now, but I'm sure this place exists for a reason. How could you know something like that? Did you build it? No, but... How do you know the purpose wasn't to entertain a sadistic bastard? Someone could be looking in on us right now through a crystal ball, laughing at us as we lose our minds. If you're not going to fight me, then you're not worth being in the same room with. Okay, bye. Look under the cushions, check the curtains. What? Why? There's got to be something, some kind of code. I'm not seeing nothing. I can't accept it, I can't. I'll go mad. Why is that? Because, if it's true, if we're really stuck here forever, it's because of me. If I just let Rourke stay inside this place, instead of following him here, he and his crew would have been trapped here forever instead of us. Or if you just not all followed me, at least I could have spared my crew. But no, once again, I had to let my own sense of grief and suffering, my thirst for revenge, I had to let it cloud my judgment for the umpteenth time, and now I've doomed us all. It's not true, we just haven't tried hard enough yet. For all you know, Liko and Tam Tam aren't coming back, we may never see him again. I don't care if we never see him again, all I need is you.
Mila, so devoted, so strong. You saved me from Rocky, from Cersei, from Lazaby. You gave me the strength to be myself again, after I lost everything that made me who I am. But what good is strength if we're trapped inside this place? What good is determination and perseverance if there is no light at the end of this tunnel?
Darius is really struggling with this now. Okay, everybody's back. Here we go. No luck. I'm relieved to see you though, but no luck here. Why bother going on? Let's face it, we're stuck. That's a sad irony. Our ultimate triumph over Rourke, and we can't even enjoy it. I think I'm going to lie down for a bit, have a smoke, maybe stay here for a few 100 years. I'll join you. Better than all this pointless walking. I'm hungry. Anybody want to split this cake? Seems odd to see it so many times and not try a bite. No, I'm not going to become complacent. I'm not going to accept these comfortable prison walls. Give it a rest, Mila. Why not accept defeat with a little dignity and grace? Never. Not tomorrow. Not in 800 years. Not ever. That's it. Fuck this place. Tear it up. Oh, looks like we're back. You smashed your way out of the cafe. Is that the only way you solve problems, Mila, by punching them? But you did make it, so I suppose that's all that matters. You were observing us. Couldn't you have assisted our escape? And ruined the point of the test? What could be the point of such a test? To prevent just anyone from uniting all the coins. I shouldn't have to explain it to you. After all, what if Rourke had managed to defeat you? Would you really want him to have all that power? Well, when you put it that way. What about the people we met, the ones trapped inside? Did they fail your test? No, of course not. They're part of it. Characters in the story, meant to encourage you to give up and accept your fate. What tricks are you going to have for us next? No more tricks. You passed the test. And between you and Rourke, you gathered all of the coins. Don't get excited, Mila. It's not a punching bag. It's a place to put all the coins you gathered. Your journey finally is at an end. So go and change the world. And how exactly do we do that? Oh, that's for you to decide for yourselves. Hey, it's your money, isn't it? But what? Farewell. Okay, that's it. No explanation? What a surprise. Because he was so helpful earlier when he trapped us in the book with all the fake characters who tried to trick us into giving up. He's nothing special. People have been trying to manipulate and control us since day one. What do you mean? First, Rourke threatened Abby, then he kidnapped Darius to threaten us. Cersei tried to take away Darius' mind, and Lazaby took his will. And the love merchants didn't get permission before they reshaped us, did they? It's an interesting correlation, Mila. All our troubles seem to have the same cause. The corrupting influence of power may explain the motives of our foes. Clearly, we need to change the way power and influence operate so that such rebelliousness is no longer a necessity. But how do we do that? What if, instead of corrupting, power ennobled? What if the ambitious were invariably compelled to aid others rather than hinder them? That's impossible. It doesn't matter if you're helping or hurting. You're still meddling with things that ought to be left alone. I say, tear it all down. No more rules or rulers. No more manipulations, threats, social influence, or hierarchy of any kind. Instead of one queen, let everybody be their own monarch. What if, some people are too shy or insecure to take charge of their own? More importantly, How will society function without order? Society doesn't need to function in order for people to be free. But even the simplest units require some structure. Parents have authority over their children and stuff, right? Oh, and parents never abuse that power, do they? Come on, even our ship has a hierarchy. Which I've always violated. I punched out Rorke and Cersei, I mutinied against Lazenby, robbed the Queen, and smashed my way out of the Infinite Cafe, and always against orders, laws, or instructions. It's thanks to my relentless individualism that we succeeded. That's true, it may be a dream, Mila, but it was thanks to you that we've made it this far. It would be wrong of me to stand in your way. So is that what we're going to go with? We're just going to tear down societal structures? So what are we going to do? World, hear me roar. All rules are broken, all contracts are void, all bosses are fired, and all monarchs are dethroned. Every woman and every man is free to be the master of their own fates. With the abolition of all rules and hierarchies, all forms of social structure broke down. Society became a conglomerate of individuals, with everyone going their own way and living their life as they saw fit. With total freedom came beautiful creativity and unstifled innovation, but also unprecedented confusion and conflict, as nobody ever wanted to compromise. I mean, I'm not sure if that's the best way to handle the situation. Like, say you just want breakfast. You need someone to provide that food. You can't just go out and hunt every day, can you? But I guess that's what they went with. Okay, so that is the ending of that. But I think that there is at least one other major route on this game. So this gameplay isn't over just yet. But for now, this is Usho signing off, and hopefully I will see you next time.